Hello everyone, how are you? I hope everything is going on well. Thank God for the grace to be here, and I'm glad you're here. In case this is your first time here, this is your number one podcast station. We build with information that will shape in your life and the way you think. Great values that will change your orientation for good, because you need to keep being a better person every day. If you want to get all these things, this station is your number one station, and it is the perfect station to get it. As you know, I am Ipeayeda Ajuasegunlo, and I'll be your host. This is Talk with Ajuasegunlo. You're welcome.
Your name is full of wonders. Come and manifest yourself. You are the Holy One, dwelling in light so bright.
Here in the house, I have with me Mr. Seun Andu.
Upon your name, please come and take your place and manifest yourself. Your voice resounds.
So, sir, please introduce yourself.
Wow. Good day, our listeners at home, and thank you for having me. Well, altogether, I'm so happy to be here. In fact, it is such a privilege to be on this program today. Well, my name is Andu Seun. I'm popularly known as the Mentor. I am the coordinator of the Mentor Andu Incorporated. The Mentor Andu Incorporated is started with the responsibility of mentoring, tutoring, motivating, and building characters of young people. So thank you for inviting me. Thank you for having me. Really appreciate it. Yes.
For you.
Thank you very much for that.
And we can stand on your word. These are the days of signs and wonders, days of miracles and power. You will manifest yourself.
So today our topic is dealing with hostility. So your first task is to explain hostility.
Okay. Hostility simply is from the root word hostile. You know, when they say somebody is hostile, an hostile person is an unfriendly person. So when you are in the state of unfriendliness, you know, a hostile disposition, that is hostility. When you are unfriendly, you know, you're full of enmity, antagonism, somebody that is not even welcoming at all. That's an hostile person. You understand? So what the person is doing, what we generally call it, is hostility. Like you can generally say, when are you going to stop this hostility towards this girl? You know, some people, they just treat people anyhow. They insult people. They are not welcoming. They just see you as, who is this person? They are aggressive towards you. You know, they are filled with rancor, resentment, bitterness. You know, this is hostility altogether.
Phew. Thank you, sir. Can you paint the situation of when someone is hostile, how the person behaves, how to know the person, and the difference between an hostile person and a kind person?
Well, just like I said earlier, a hostile person is an unfriendly person. A person is an unfriendly. An hostile person is an unfriendly person. So the question is, how do you know an hostile person? How do they behave? I would also like to put in a situation anyway. So an hostile person is just unfriendly. They don't laugh. You can never see them wear a smile. They are filled with hatred. You don't play with them. You don't just joke with them. You can't say, okay, sir, how are you doing today? The way they will even answer you. If you mistakenly step on them, how? Oh my, you're in soup. Okay, that's it. Maybe you even cross their boundaries. I remember those days when we were young and we used to play football around. Mistakenly, as we play our football, the ball enters into someone else's compound, and you start hearing shouts, start hearing curses, start hearing abuses, big ones that I can't be mentioning on the program here. That's an example of a hostile person. Maybe you mistakenly knock on the wrong door. Oh my God. Maybe somebody said, you come and see me today, and the address given to you was number 6, and you entered number 5 instead of number 6, and you knocked and said, excuse me, I'm asking of Ajuasegunlo. Instead of saying gently, oh, Ajuasegunlo does not stay here. Ajuasegunlo, I think he stays in the next building. Oh, I think he stays in the next house. Ajuasegunlo, or I don't even know. Instead of that, can't you see? Is your eyes blind? Is this number 5? That's a hostile person. That's just a simple illustration. And on the contrary, a good person, a kind person will definitely show you kindness. You understand? They understand that you have actually made a mistake. House number was different. Even there are times when the house doesn't even have number, and you just guess that maybe this should be the place, and you enter or you try to knock. A gentle person, a kind person will just simply tell you, oh, my brother, sorry, I think it's the next building. Or, I don't really know. You can give a piece of advice. There are some people that they don't even care what containers you are wearing. Maybe you are moody today, they don't care if you are moody. But a kind person will say, oh, my brother, what happened to you? You are always cheerful, you are always laughing. Why are you moody today? Somebody that can even notice the kind of containers you are wearing. Is a good person, is a kind person. So a hostile person is just not friendly. That is this person that we live with, our neighbor. If you mistakenly enter a compound, you see the way she will shout. The way she will shout, you'll be surprised that, is it that I came here to steal something? Beat back. That's a friendly person. They throw it back to you. They don't even care. They're not. It's not a problem to them. They believe it entered by mistake, so it will come out by mistake. Because that compound, you can't even go there.
Yes,
there is a dog there. So they know you can't even come there to come and pick the ball. So they help you. They help you to throw it back to you. So it is important for us to show kindness and help. So I think that paints it better. Anyway, thank you.
Whew, thank you very much for that.
Live in prosperity, yeah. Living in prosperity. For we believers walk by faith and not by sight. No, no.
You're still on this program, Talk with Ajuasegunlo. Sir, how can we approach an hostile person? How can we show love to an hostile person? There should be a special way of talking to an hostile person. What is that special method? Can you please talk about that?
Okay, thank you. The question is, how can we approach a hostile person? And the next one is, how can we show love to an hostile person? You have said it all. The best way to approach a hostile person is with love. Approach them with love. When somebody is hostile and you try to pay hostility back with hostility, then the hostility will continue. Do you understand? The Bible even said it, that do not pay evil for evil. So when somebody is doing you bad, don't pay him back with bad. So when somebody is hostile to you, replace it with love. Their parents were hostile, their neighbors, they were hostile, they lived in suspicion, They always think somebody is coming to hurt them. So when they see you like this, they are fighting back immediately. They are striking you back immediately with their
Yes,
look.
those type of
They are,
people,
even
sure.
some people are even bold enough to say to you that we don't want to see you, we don't want you here. So the best way to approach a hostile person is to approach him or her with love, with compassion. Do you understand? Like, really, nobody can really resist the act of love. It might not work on the first day, second time, but in the long run, it will work with compassion. Do you understand? Like, not work on the first day, second time, but in the long run, it will work. It will work. They will see it one day, like, oh, so there is something like this. Like, really, nobody can really resist the act of love. It might not work on the first day, second time, but in the long run, it will work. It will work. They will see it one day, like, oh, so there is something like this. To approach a hostile person, to approach him with love,
Yes,
with
true.
smile. You know, Bible says that the cheerful heart is good medicine, but the crushed spirit dries up the bones. So when you are cheerful towards him, when you are showing love, a smile, little by little, to be depositing into the person's life. So how can we show love to a hostile person? You know, just greet them regularly. Pray for them too. Pray for them, because it's not natural sometimes. Pray for them. I don't know if we have time to share it. Like, maybe you live, we used to live in a face me and face you back in the days when we were young. Like, have you seen somebody that you spread your clothes on the line? You spread your clothes on the line, and rain wants to fall. He was the only one at home. And when the rain was to fall, he picked his own clothes and kept it inside his own house and left your own, and it was wet. In fact, the breeze blew it and it was on the floor. It was dirty again, like you had to wash again. Do you understand? Now, when a situation like that comes again, that you are the only one at home and everybody has spread their clothes, instead of you doing what the person did, pack his own clothes, help him to pick his clothes, keep it for him, keep it for her. And when he comes, oh, this is your clothes. Even he might even put it at the entrance of his door. That will touch his heart. That will touch the person's heart. Like, wow. So people do this because he can also imagine. But anyway, nobody, Bible says that do unto others what you want them to do unto you. Keep going on, and God does not want it. God wants the world to be filled with love, to be filled with respect, to be filled with compassion. Part of the Bible that says that when somebody talks to you sharply or with anger, do not answer him like that. Don't answer him with such anger. When somebody talks harshly to you, if you answer the person harshly, it will stir up fire. Naturally, when there is fire, the next thing is water. Not water, not petrol. So the special way is to approach them with love. The special way is to not treat them the way they treated you. And that's how you can even show that you are different. And that's how they will even know that there is something like love. There is something different from what they are doing. And little by little, they begin to imbibe that culture. Thank you.
I am incomplete.
Thank you very much for that. We have come to the end of today's show. We thank God for making this program successful, and I really appreciate you for attending this program. Thanks also to our guest speaker, Mr. Andu, for speaking with us today. Kudos to my advisor and editor, Ipeayeda. I hope you all have learned something like I have. Meet me next week on Talk with Ajuasegunlo. I am Ipeayeda Ajuasegunlo. Good day.